Hi, Taurus. My name is Audrey Alison, and this is your July 2014 forecast for the whole month. I'm really happy to be here. Thank you for tuning in again and for choosing me to read for you and for subscribing and completely supporting me on this venture. I appreciate it. Let's jump into it. It's a fabulous month, mainly due to Jupiter's presence and his transition into Leo. But let's start the month on July 1st with Mercury going direct. What's up? We love that. This is 24 degrees Gemini, and the reason you love that, Taurus, is because Gemini is your second house on the solar scope of finance and money. So, your money house is really expressive on the 1st, and you have a good 12 days to watch it grow. Because with Mercury direct, you could be communicating with bankers, getting loans, negotiating funds, saving more. It's a really good transit, but he quickly makes up for lost time in his retrograde and moves into Cancer on the 18th, affecting your 3rd house. Now, I'm sorry, on the 13th he moves into Cancer. My apologies. So he has 12 days in the 2nd house for you. Take advantage of that. I wouldn't spend a lot the first 12 days of July because you could surprisingly save more than you're used to. On the 12th, we have our full moon, 20 degrees Capricorn in your 9th house. Now, this is higher education and faraway travel and foreign study, foreign land. For those of you Taurians who have jobs abroad or who travel or who expose themselves online and go, people in other countries hear your lectures or YouTube, for example, this is a really important time to bring awareness to this 9th house. Full moons bring things to an end or a culmination and make things that are hidden seen. So there's an awareness here, an illumination on a full moon on the 12th. In your 9th house, you could learn something from a faraway distance about someone abroad or just an information coming from afar regarding study, also regarding philosophies and religions, because the 9th house is also a form of spirituality, but it's your own philosophies, your metaphysical self as well. On the 13th, this is when Mercury moves into Cancer in your 3rd house of communication. So this is real positive for those of you who want to start your own business, who want your own website, design, lectures, teachers, writers. 3rd house is all things technology, so even computers, IT people, this is huge for you. Or recording devices, people, anything 3rd house, speech, teach, speech, teach, study, it's all there. Writers, it's a phenomenal time. On the 16th, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Jupiter enters Leo. Okay, so Taurus, Leo is another fixed sign like you. This is a comfortable placement. This is affecting your 4th house of home for 13 months. Jupiter exits Cancer on the 16th, enters Leo until August 11th of 2015. Jupiter transits once a year, and this transit, he won't be back in this 4th house of home and foundation for another 12 years. I actually think you're moving, or you're making your home your dream residence. The home and foundation is the 4th month. To have Jupiter there, the sun there on the 22nd, transiting into Leo like it does every year, into the 4th house for you. The new moon there on the 26th, 3 degrees Leo in the 4th house. And Mercury's final transit on the 31st into Leo in the 4th. You are finding and building and manifesting your dream home, okay? And if you don't have the resource to do it right now, you will, because Jupiter will see to that as well. He'll be putting you in the perfect living arrangement is what it is. So it might not all happen on the 16th of July, but give this guy 13 months to work his magic, and you'll be very happy at the end of the transit. You'll be pleasantly enthralled with this because Jupiter is bringing luck to the home, abundance, expansion, opulence, growth, benevolence. I mean, it's everything magnificent is Jupiter. So giddy up. And your home is the sector it hits, the 4th house. So this is amazing. And you could have a lot of lucky visitors coming into the home as well. On the 18th, Venus moves into Cancer, into this third house. We discussed that. You have love and money, beautification. The way you're talking is well received. There's also luck in the speech. So if you do have to speak in front of groups, this month is fabulous. You could actually earn more money in jobs like that as well, Taurus. I want to actually pause here with the stars and take a minute for the cards because I'm getting the vibe. And I also want to do a reading regarding the Jupiter transit for you. So let's concentrate on that, okay? Jupiter and Taurians. The King of Swords, the clear thinker, a decision that has to be made, communication. The air sign Mercury, the planet Mercury, the air sign Gemini. You have a decision to be made. I think it's about the home. There's a lease that's up, or there's a time frame that's up, or a property that needs to go. You might change it up, Taurus, and why not? Let's see what happens. Let's pull more. Creative energy, the Five of Wands. For any artists, creative endeavors, even people with children. This is the 5th house. But I actually think you might receive creative monies, creative income. For those of you looking at residual work or artists who are performers or entertainers, this together means you're deciding on which gig to take. What job do I want? What option am I taking? And let me tell you, it's better to have more options than none. So you're choosing what you want out of work, out of career, out of your creative endeavors. Two of Swords. So you have the King of Swords and the Two of Swords. This is also a decision, but it could be a debate and someone who is a competitor, jockeying for position, vying for your job. You could come head to head with someone, King of Swords style, like battle it out a little bit. Game of Thrones. Okay, it could be a verbal debate. It could be maybe coming to a standstill with someone that you don't agree with. That's pretty normal. I don't get detrimental feelings about this. However, I do feel like, there's competition in your career choices. There's competition, so you might want to get picked for something. You want to leverage yourself. And with your 3rd house hit a lot, I think you're the victor. You're the one chosen. 2 children, the youths. The 6 of Coins is sharing, trust, generosity. You are given the opportunity. You are handed down the opportunity. So in this competition, you win. I don't think there's a lot of people beating out Tauruses in the month of July. I think you have a lot on your side. I'm also getting just a feeling that those of you with children, this card means the children are learning to express and share and might have more questions as well. They might be inquisitive and really wanting to learn from you, and they're really trusting the advice and the answers you give them. If you have children around you and you don't have kids of your own, I think it's important that you establish the right communication with them. And they're also trusting you more. For those of you without children, this is absolutely opportunity and the lending of shared resources or loans or receiving extra money or promotion. I want to pull another card for you, Taurus, because I'm just getting the vibe to do so. And let's see what comes up as a summation for you. The Justice card. Those of you with any legal situations, I feel, since I pulled this up and not like this, it means that it's falling on your good side, on your behalf. So justice is with you. There's also a balance that is required from you this month because you have so much positive aspects hitting it. You shouldn't get, too over your head. Still save your coin half the month when you can. And maybe not let the ego get involved because you will be the one picked on several occasions. So maybe don't let it go to your head. Let me continue here. Saturn goes direct on the 20th, 16 degrees Scorpio. This is affecting your 7th house of relationships. Saturn is the planet of restructure, lessons, restriction, constriction. He's in Scorpio until December 23rd. So, and then he transits into Sag. And we like that. We'll like it when he moves out of this 7th house, because what he's doing when he goes direct now, those of you in relationships or marriages or commitments, monogamy, not just dating, but like serious relationships, you might have to go through a period from July 20th through December 23rd of actually learning more lessons in the relationship sector. If you're not in a relationship, this is about business partnerships or the partnerships that you're drawing in as far as business and shared resources. Saturn wants you to learn lessons so he doesn't have to see you for another 27 years, because that's how long it takes until he gets back into your sign. He's in each sign for about 2.5 years. And that's why we call things our Saturn return, because he is so, he rules Capricorns and he's very, strict. He's the grandfather that wants to ground you, like take the phone away from you. He's old school in his mentality. He really wants to restructure your life. And if you're not on the right path, you bet your sweet ass by the time he's done in your sign, he's going to be restructuring you into the right path. So having him in your 7th house is a little bit of a buzzkill for committed relationships. However, you can be certain by December your relationship that you're in, if necessary, will be realigned. And if not necessary, well, to be honest with you, every relationship can benefit from a realignment. So don't freak out or be fearful of it. You'll have no choice but to just go with it. But the reality is you'll be seeing some things in your relationship that you might not have seen, and you'll be learning lessons throughout these next, 6 months, 5 months, 5.5 months. On the 21st, Uranus retrogrades at 16 degrees Aries. He's been in Aries for a minute, like 3 years. And this is in your 12th house of spirituality and your psychic ability. I don't mind a Uranus retrograde, because Uranus direct is full of shock and sudden surprises and emotional roller coaster rides full of electricity. With him retrograde, he chills out a little bit. So you're actually able to really meditate if you wanted to. Your psychic abilities could be enhanced and not so abruptly misplaced. I mentioned the sun going into Leo on the 22nd, affecting your 4th house of home, as well as the new moon on the 26th in Leo at 3 degrees in the home sector, and Mercury on the 31st in Leo in the 4th house. You're communicating in the home. Plant your seed of intention in the home. If you desire a new home and location, the 26th is the day to circle on the calendar to plant your seeds of intention to where you want to be in 28 days. And with Jupiter there, watch that get picked up and see where you're at by the end of August. Well, it could be that quick of next August, but by August of 2015, magnificent changes occur in the home. One more transit I want to cover is Mars on the 25th, going into Scorpio, into this 7th house of relationships for you, okay? So Mars is the planet of energy and passion, which is great for the relationship, but it's all and ambition and drive. But it's also the planet of aggression and irritation. So, for those of you in a committed relationship in the 7th house, don't be surprised if maybe you're irritated or things are rubbing you the wrong way. Mars makes you feisty, okay? And you're feisty in your relationship. It could bring energy in a supportive way. You'll have energy to be involved in a relationship. For those of you who are single, Mars really brings in a relationship if you want one. But those of you already implemented in a committed relationship could be a little more aggravated for his 6-week stay in Scorpio on the 25th, okay? But nothing to sweat. You've got Jupiter, man, in your 3rd house. So if you want to talk it out, there's no better abundant planet to really smooth things over in a good conversation and talk than Jupiter in the 3rd house of communication. Thanks, Taurus. My name is Audrey Alison, and I am available for readings at audreyallison.com. Have a sweet day. I'll see you next month.